thing that I really love about this event is that it rolls right into 100 Nights of Halloween. There's actually a couple of days, I think it's 3, where Tour de Fleece and 100 Nights of Halloween collide. I will be spinning in the morning, doing all my spooky stuff there. Hopefully, I will have something that I can crochet by that time. I have a lot of high hopes this year. Last year was the first year that I got into this, and this year, Sarah of Muse 2320 and Teresa of Get Bent's Farm, we've gotten together to create a team to just go all out for this event. So we're going to tackle the entire 23 nights. We're committed to spinning every single night. It doesn't matter how much we're doing it, but basically I'm going to be setting it up here in the Yarn Dungeon. It's going to be permanently out. I'm not putting it away for these 23 days. And my hopes is that I will continue to do that into 100 Nights of Halloween. Teresa did create a very special batch just for this event. There are 3 different colorways, and she has invited us to her farm to check out these bats, chit chat about the ins and outs of them, the creation process, the colorway, the inspiration. There's a lot of things happening, and it is a little bit windy, but just enjoy the ambiance of it. See how many sheep you can count in the background. There were a lot of puppies running around, and my partner was throwing the toy for the dogs because after a while of us sitting there and chit-chatting, they all were like, hey, we need to get up and move around a little bit, which I totally understand. But Teresa and I, it was just such a lovely day. We could have sat there and chit-chatted all day. So we're gonna actually go to her farm today, check out the bats that she's created, and then afterwards, we're gonna come back to the Yarn Dungeon. I will chit-chat a little bit more about Tour de Fleece in general and what I'm gonna be doing here in the Yarn Dungeon for it. The big question was, we have 23 nights of it and 2 days are rest. Are you gonna take that rest day? Are you gonna power through full 23 nights of spinning?
You know, I think I would probably just do the whole thing.
Just do it through.
Right.
23 days.
23 days because, you know, like
it's giant.
Right. They're big.
That's what I was like. I might need the 23 days.
Right. And you're going to have days where you're going to go a little more or a little less, just depending on how you feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I think it's nice that it's like, that's kind of the standard though. It's like while they're biking, if they rest, okay, rest. Because if you're like new to spinning, I'm thinking back to just literally last year of myself, my wrists got really sore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect.
Right.
Thank you. They do.
Yeah,
like,
they totally
really
get sore.
do.
And
you get in the zone and you're like, I don't want to stop. And then the next day you're like, shoot, I should have stopped.
Right.
I'm
Right.
like taking a little rest.
You want to make sure that when you're spinning, just like a biker, that's mom and her 2 babies.
Ladies.
We're going to get water, kids.
Hey, remember, hydrate.
Yeah, take care of yourself. But when you're spinning, it's important that you take care of your body while you're doing it, because a lot of spinners will give themselves tennis elbow. Even if you're e-spinning, if you're not in a good position,
oh my gosh, yeah,
you can find yourself like slumped for hours doing it like this. Or a lot of people jack their shoulders and they spin and they're like, oh,
because you're just so hyper focused and you want things to go well, which, spoiler alert, they're not going to. It's not going to be perfect, and honestly
it shouldn't be.
That's kind of the fun and the magic behind it, is that it's not going to be even. It's just, it's a ride.
So you should make sure you take breaks, like bikers would take breaks and stretch, you know, do some good stretches and not go to the point where it hurts. Never go to the point where it hurts. And that was my mistake that I did. Relax your shoulders.
Relax your shoulders. So what I started doing was like setting a timer. I'm like, I can go for 20 minutes and then I need to do a little yoga, a little bit of stretching, a little something. Even if you're not feeling it, I feel like just getting in that mindset. So that's what you and I are going to be doing for a full 23 days. And Sarah from Muse 2320, fully committed for the whole thing. I think it's just exciting if you're interested in doing it and maybe intimidated by the 23 nights, just to know there's no rules. And also we're a no rule team.
Right. Nobody's going to shame you if you took 3 days off because your fibromyalgia was up. Or, or you don't have the time. Right. You don't have the time.
That's a lot of time to commit to.
Do something else. Totally cool.
But either way, still join the team. Be involved.
Have fun with us.
Have fun and play around. And even if it's like, hey, this is interesting, I want to follow along. Follow along, join the team. We don't care.
Yeah, we don't care.
If you don't spin a single day, but you want to just like join and see everything, absolutely do it.
Might make you want to spin.
It might. Honestly, I hope it does.
I hope it does too. Because it's awesome.
It is so fun. Okay, but we do need to show these master bats because they're amazing and there's so much more to them than it looks like.
So this is the first one.
Giant.
This one is you. I made each bat based on our personalities. Okay, I'm gonna stand up.
Literal vampire blood.
Yes.
In there.
They get their name master bats because they're 2 feet by 3 feet.
So
probably
giant.
3.5 feet.
I was gonna say, by the time they like stretch, it feels
it's like 4 feet. I'm only 5 feet.
Because that's like touching the ground. It just has so much life to it and bounciness.
I should measure
this is what you get for spinning.
The fiber in this came from a shepherd just down the road, so it's really hyper local.
Yes.
I think they're just in Lonsdale. And it is a mix, it's a crossbreed of Shetland, which is like an old breed out of the UK, blue-faced Leicester, which is the finest of the long wools. Mm-hmm. And that's what we have, is we have some blue-faced Leicesters out there. So what you get in this fiber, we'll take a little bit out, what you get in this fiber is you get this like delightful bouncy crimp, get like such a nice length of the fiber. So when you spin it, you can like practice your long draw spinning if you wanted to. You can spin it tight and close, but it's a really delightful. If you've never played around with Shetland or BFL, this is a great fiber. If you're a newer spinner, this one will spin on itself. It's so easy. You just pick it up and spin.
That's
you add a little twist, boom.
There's you don't need to brush it out. Honestly, please don't. Like, don't do any extra. This is set up for you. Go.
And so when you get your bat, if you're on Team Master Bat with us, and you're like, what do I do with all this fiber? Mm-hmm. You have so many options. You can pull it apart this way, and you can see all the different layers now. And then from there, you can pull strips. So you could have this nice strip that you're going to then spin out of.
That's typically how I go about it. Just wherever it folds apart right there, and then just shoot.
Yeah, then you just go down. I'm a nut job. I like to start in a corner, and it just lays on the ground next to me.
And it's going to take longer than you think it's going to take, always.
Yeah, because I think this one, I measured it, was about 1 pound. So this is about 1 pound of fiber. 1 pound of fiber will get you, like if you want to make a cute crocheted sweater that goes over something like a crappie.
Capelet, that's the word that I was thinking.
And this is going to be next to Skin Soft because of that Shetland and the BFL. Yeah. It's got a nice amount of like hidden sparkle in it. The base wool is this really pretty blacky brown gray with like a lot of dimension and tone. And then what I've done is I've layered red and oranges, like different shades of red and orange, and a little red recycled sari silk, and then some sparkle in there. You get textures, you get pops of colors, you get things that kind of shift naturally, so you don't have to do the work. I'm going to show you Sarah's.
If you want whimsy, you're Team Sarah.
Right.
You're Team Sarah, for sure.
And Sarah to me has a lot of texture, a lot of fun pops. There's so many different layers and dimensions to her personality and depth to it. But she's very bright.
Very bright, and like color palette and just playing with colors is her life.
Yes.
So I love this one so much.
This one is so fun. You can see all the fun colors that are Sarah.
Oh
and
my gosh.
All of these are things that Sarah has dyed for me in the past in the mill. So these are called silk nulls, which is just like the waste product of silk production. There's some bamboo that Sarah dyed at one point for me, yellows and golds, and each bat is going to be just a little different from the other one.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, and so this one's got like maximum squish factor. Base wool for it is Corriedale, and Corriedale is a medium grade wool. It's got a nice long staple length, and it's got crimp and bounce for days.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, so this is a fat, chunky, good time. And it's going to have these neat pops of color and variations and shifts. So as you're spinning it, you get to play with the different textures. I know I put some lyocell in there. Yeah, so you get, you get so many different textures. This one's just too much fun.
This one's really going to be custom to how you attack it, too. Because, like, if you're a corner person like you, that whole color layout is going to be completely different than if I do my strips like this.
Right.
Honestly, this one, I probably wouldn't strip from the top because it's like,
you want to play with all the colors.
Right. You could do strips side to side. You could split her down the middle.
Ooh, yeah,
that
that's
way
really
you
cool.
have a little bit of both.
Yep.
You know?
I love that.
Yeah. There's so many.
But it's going to be very interesting to see these ones all spun up.
Team Sarah. Okay, and the last one is me. And
Team Teresa.
Yeah.
Oh, she's so melty.
Isn't she melty? So
when you pick her up.
I'm calling this one the Shepherd, because that's what I am.
Did you know?
Did you know? So it's another long, kind of loosey-goosey guy.
Yeah.
And so the gold in here, this is bamboo. So you get a really good texture. The green is merino. And the fiber is BFL, so blue face luster from my flock. Two different types of alpaca. Alpaca comes, there are two types of alpaca. There's Wakaya and then there's Surrey. And the Wakaya alpaca are the ones with the lofty crimpies.
Oh, okay.
And Surrey alpaca is like silk. Yeah, it's long and
buttery.
Yeah, very buttery. So this guy's light as air.
Yeah.
And as you spin it, you know, if you're a team corner like me, as you spin it, you'll see that beautiful length of the BFL. And then you'll feel the softness of the Surrey.
That's really pretty.
And the Wakaya just sitting on top of it. Yeah, so you'll get this translucent, so cool. Kind of earthy, lustery, soft. This guy's gonna drape on your body really well.
Any sort of wearable is gonna be drapey gorgeous.
Yeah, like a cute little Peter Pan.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Something cute, something classic.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna drape, and it'll look earthy. All the fiber for the bats is local to Minnesota, and it's actually all within 150 miles of this farm. It's washed with really high quality scouring stuff that gets recycled back into our wetland, so it's aquatic species safe. It's milled in solar power, which is super cool.
Amazing.
Super, super cool. But the big thing is that because it's small, everything I do is small, the bats, I don't have a lot of them. I guess that's my long way of saying. I don't have a lot.
Yes.
And I can't remake it.
Yeah.
Because
it is all very special and custom to this moment in time.
Yes.
That's what it is.
This one moment in time. So we will have 5 at the shop and 5 online. And when they sell out, they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like the moment is gone. That's just it. Yeah.
And it's okay.
That's okay.
It is totally okay. And if you decide to get into one of these teams, spin it.
Spin it.
Spin it.
Spin it and use it.
And use it. If you make something afterwards.
Right. If you're like, I spun it and I don't know what to do with this and it's super, super special, just reach out. We will tell you.
Absolutely.
So many patterns. Whether you're a knitter, a weaver, or a crocheter, we've got you.
Keep going with the process. It's an art form. You got to keep going down the line.
Right. Or if it's something that you're like, this is a beautiful skein and that is where it lives forever, display that beautiful skein.
Also that, yes.
You know, let yourself enjoy what it is. Like if your end product is just the skein and the whole thing is just the spinning, wicked. That's
amazing.
The tits. Awesome.
Fantastic.
You know? Display that squishy little buddy. My goal for mine is that I'm going to finally get better at crocheting. Because I've wanted to do this for a while, but I've never had a thing that made me want to actually, you never okay, I gotta really do it this time.
Right.
So I'm gonna do it. Because I want one of those granny squared cardigans. Those things are so cute, and I thought
they're timeless too.
Right?
And with your colors, that's gonna be amazing. You're gonna blend into the background.
Yes, and I thought for each square, I can have different yarns that I've made the end bits of them. So it tells the story of the year production.
That would be amazing.
Wouldn't that be amazing? If you're into the bats, give it a shot. We'll have some available. When they're gone, they're gone. This is strange.
He did such a great job. Way to go, Bingo.
He's so soft and curly.
What a little troop.
It's the deck of the carder, and this goes into the carder at a certain rate, and that determines, if I'm making a yarn out of it, that determines the yarn. So I weigh it over here, pop it on the deck, and then the big drum in the middle is your big worker. The little drums on top of it they pull the fiber off, comb it, shove it back onto the drum. So it gets carded and combed a bunch of different times as it's going through the machine, and you'll see as it feeds in, you'll see it start to fill each of those sections and then come out on the other end. So you can kind of see it right here, how it's going to go. And then it comes out on the other end here. And this is what we call a doffer. That's my doffer drum. And this guy goes up and down and up and down and up and down. It's got little teeth on it. And it like pulls the fiber off of this drum right here. And then the fiber gets fed into this machine, which puts a false twist on it and then takes that away as it comes out the other end.
Cool.
I know.
I didn't know the twist part.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of like twists to roving as it's getting produced. Because you got to keep it together. So you'll see a web of fiber here once it comes out, right? And we'll let it run for a bit so you guys can see all the pieces. So when I'm making a bat, it literally is the same thing. The web comes out, only there's a big drum attachment, which is right there on the wall. And that just pulls it and rolls it in. This, I just take that whole web and I smush it into here. So like, as people are spinning or if they're intimidated by a bat, they literally can just take the bat and pull off chunks of it as roving, like long strips of it as roving. We're solar powered. The sun is producing all of this right here, and this is what I've been drawing down on, and that's because I've had the spinner. So then we'll turn this guy on. She's a beast, isn't she? He's going to be picked up, and then you'll see him go through all of the different things. So he's just starting to get the first drop. There's our little video. So fun to spin. That's like no effort needed. Yeah. It spins itself.
So hands up if you could have stayed at the farm all day, just hanging out, enjoying the day. It was the most perfect day ever. I really did not want to leave. So thank you again, Teresa, for inviting us out there. I had an absolutely lovely time and for sure we'll be back very, very soon. Okay, let's chit chat now a little bit about the setup that we have together for Tour de Fleece this year. So even though we're a team, we're all going to be doing it a little bit differently. Mine is going to lean pretty heavy into Halloween since this is what we're going to be thinking about. I mean, it's already in my mind. I know pretty much the direction that I want to go with, especially now that I've seen my fiber. It is just, I can't even express how beautiful it is. The fact that the red just kind of bleeds all throughout it. I really have to, I'm probably going to take an entire day just staring at it and thinking how I'm going to pull it apart. Because at first I thought I was just going to do it how I normally do, is like pull the strands. There we go. We'll spin it up. But I really want that red to be incorporated as much as possible because it's such a pop in there. The red and the dark gray all together with the little bits of sparkle. I have a lot of ideas of how I want this yarn to turn out. There are a couple of different ways that you can get involved. First up is in person. If you have gone to Muse 2320, you know that they have social hours on Sunday and Thursday, and we're just kind of taking that over. So those hours are already on her site. You can check it out. She does have a nice big picture of Team Camp Can, when the hours are going to be happening, I'm going to be there every Sunday, which means that you and I are going to be going together. We're going to get some inspiration from each other. It's just going to be a fun community time. The other way is here on my channel. For the entire 23 nights, we're going to get together a little bit every single day, and we're going to chat about spinning. We're going to do some spinning together, probably make some snacks, obviously some coffee, some tea, which I do need to grab some more tea from Muse 2320. The blood orange tea that she has with the hibiscus and everything in it, I need to get a refill on that. So that'll probably be happening the very first Sunday. And maybe she has a few extra blends that I haven't tried yet. We can check those out. So yes, July 4th through the 26th, there are 2 rest days. And I highly suggest that on the rest day, you take rest. I'm going to be. So if you're hanging out with me in the yarn dungeon, just follow along. We'll do it together. This next picture, which here, I'll move a little bit. So I'll put a blurb right here, explains how you can get into the Team Can and what type of spinner you are. 3 different categories. The first one is Master Batter. This is you're spinning every single night. You're staying on schedule. You're doing something with your spinning wheel every single night for the 23 nights. You have a plan. You've got a schedule. You're going to follow it. You're fully invested. You're into it. The second one is Curious Cat. So this is, I'm interested. I want to learn. Maybe there's a new technique that you want to explore and you know that you're not going to be able to spin as fast, or you just want to get into spinning in general. I don't know. There's a lot of different scenarios that I could pull out here. But like for me last year, I was just exploring my spinning wheel. That's really was my main focus, was how does this electric spinning wheel work? How does it work with my body? How can I sit in a way that I can spin as long as possible without causing injury to myself? It really did help me, not only my confidence level, but knowing how to sit, what chair I like to sit in. So I found out that rocking chairs, that is my way that I like to spin. I like to have a rocking chair, big cozy blankets, have an audiobook on or a movie. So yes, I do need to pick out my audiobooks as well, because I think we'll end up having 3. Like if I do 1 audiobook every single week, let's just pull up the calendar again. Yeah, 3 audiobooks since it starts on a Saturday. So Saturday to Saturday, that 1 week is gonna blend with the 100 Nights of Halloween, but that's totally fine. 3 audiobooks. So if you have any suggestions, we're thinking summertime slashers. That's really what I'm leaning towards right now. The last one is Stash Goblin. This is stash busting, wool swapping, spinning for the fun of it. I did go around my yarn dungeon to see some of my wool braids that I had, even though the list is probably way too long of what I want to do with like that giant bat. That is my main focus that I have for this Tour de Fleece. However, I do think it's important, if you have some stash in your yarn dungeon, to go around, pull the braids out, look at them again, like pull them and see them, because I did have a couple of braids. It just screams fall. We've got the reds, the browns, the carbon color, a little bit of dark gray, super pretty, super perfect, but it's just been sitting in a hanging basket, and I've walked by it so many times now that I started thinking, you know what, I don't know if I'm actually going to spin this up and use it. This might not be the colors that I want to play around with, but then when I pulled it down, yeah, I am absolutely going to spin this up. So if you have a stash, pull everything out, rearrange everything, check out the colorways that you already have. Stash Goblin might be your category. Okay, so that feels like a pretty good start. There's a lot of information. This gives you like a couple of days to digest all of this information. First and foremost, decide if you're going to join, which you totally should. It's going to be so much fun. You definitely want to join. Once you check that off, figure out what you're going to be. Master Batter, Curious Cat, Stash Goblin. Which one are you going to fall into the category? Let me know in the comments below. Follow along with me here in the Yarn Dungeon, Sarah and Teresa as well. There's a lot more that's going to be coming at you. I have the vlogs here on my YouTube channel. If you want to follow along for day-to-day stuff on Instagram, that as well. Muse 2320 and Get Ben's Farm, they have their own thing that they're going to be doing over on Instagram. There's just a lot of things that's going to be happening. So this is basically the lull and the calm before the storm to plan, set things out, and really just get ready and excited for this whole adventure. adventure. Huge shout out thank you again to Teresa for letting us come to your farm and check everything out. That was just so incredible. She does hold an open house event once a month where you can go to their farm, check out the mill. She'll do a little tour for you, and then you can bring a picnic lunch, walk in the fields, and have the most delightful day. So I will leave the information for that down below as well. And yeah, I hope that you join us on this adventure. Start using hashtag Team Can so we can see everything. Take all the pictures. Show us your spinning wheels. Show us your stash. And for me, your coffee combination, your movie pick, and your audiobooks that you're going to be listening to. So yeah, lots of information. But for now, that is it. So thanks for hanging out with me here in the Yarn Dungeon and at Get Bits Farm with Teresa. Have a super spooky rest of your night, and I will see you in my next video.